Hi everyone, it's December 10th. My name is Pam. This is Hobbies and Hyperfocus, which is a channel primarily about my hobbies, which include primarily cross stitch, blackwork, some knitting, and sometimes journaling, but I haven't really shown a lot of journaling yet. We've got fizzy water because I've had way too much coffee. We have a cat who's driving me crazy. We have needlework to show. We have a tarot card. And we're here, mental breakdown or not. So let's do this. First thing that we do is a tarot card of the day, and today I drew the Knight of Swords reversed, and this card is from Malaysia. It is from a Malaysian legend, Hang Tuah. I'm probably saying that wrong. Hang Tuah. And upright, it means intellect, bravery, confidence, or action orientation, but reversed, it means rudeness, bullying, an inferiority complex, or passivity, which really resonates with me today, unfortunately. And I was like, I don't like this card, it's negative. And so I tried to draw another card and I got the card again. So we're sticking with it. Lately, I've really been feeling very inferior, and it's driving me nuts. I'm really trying to make this channel be about my hobby and a visual history of my stitching for myself, but always in the back of my mind I have I want community. I want to be part of the Flosstube community, and I see the numbers, and my numbers are really small. Like, I'm seeing other people start floss tubes and out of the gate 2,000 views, 2,000 subscriptions. Plenty of people are saying, wow, you're so good, you're so great. And I'm struggling to get to 100. And I'm struggling to get more than 50 views at a time. And I feel like people don't like me. Like, and it might be that I feel inferior and it's coming across, but I feel like there's something wrong with me, and something wrong with the way I'm doing this, and I don't know what it is. And so I'm feeling my feels, and I'm stuck in the Knight reversed here. And I'm going to keep going because I'm not going to get anywhere. Keep negative talking to myself. I'm going to just keep trying to be part of the community, and maybe somehow I will improve and people will want to watch me, and I'll be exciting and I'll be fun. And I won't just be another old white lady stitching on boring shit in her basement. So there is that. So I'm feeling very inferior to everyone out there, and I'm going to acknowledge that, because it doesn't really matter if I do or I don't. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. Another thing I want to talk about is what's going on in the world today, and that's also been weighing super hard on me. For the last 50, 60 days, I've lost track of how many it is. I've been calling my MLA and my member of parliament and writing emails and faxes and posting and protesting and boycotting because of the genocide in Gaza. And we're going to be very clear that it is a genocide when you're killing that many people and you're causing that much generational trauma. It's genocide. And I don't know the whole history, but I have learned quite a lot over the last couple years. People keep saying, why do you care? You're not Muslim. You're not Palestinian. You're not Jewish. Why do you care? And I care because people are being killed. And vulnerable people are being killed. Children and old women and old men and pregnant ladies and sick people in hospitals and the press. And it doesn't even matter, really, to anyone. It doesn't seem to matter. And it's starting to really, I'm starting to feel really disillusioned with our politicians. Like, they don't listen, because a lot of people are saying they want the politicians in Canada to say something, to do something, anything. And they won't. They won't. And is it because of the United States? Is it because of Israel? Is it because of lobbying groups? Why? I don't know. And it shouldn't matter if the people being killed are Christian or Muslim or females or women or children or adult men. It shouldn't matter. We should not be having to say in 2023 that killing is wrong. We shouldn't have people trying to shut down the conversation because of the religious majority in one country versus another. I don't understand why they think these people need to die. I just don't. And I don't think bombing the shit out of them is going to make the situation better. The idea looks like, and it might not be, but it really looks like the government of Israel is trying to wipe these people off the earth. I don't think that's going to help anything. And I don't think that it's right that the United States and Canada and the UK and other countries are continuing to support that. I just don't. And you can come at me if you want, but you're not going to change my mind. Killing civilians is wrong. Full stop. End of story. I said it. And I'm going to stick by it. Yay, we're very, very dark and heavy today. Anyway, let's talk about something that's not super heavy and making everybody cry. I don't have a lot of hope that this is going to get a lot of traction. So I'm not really worried that I'm going to get a lot of hate mail. And you know what? I've lived 50 years on this planet, and if people want to come at me, they can come at me. I'm not going to engage. So first thing is the works in progress. So I'll move my needle out of the way here. I'm not taking this one out of the hoop because I have it in the exact right spot, and I'm just going to leave it. This is the Advent stitching that I'm doing, which is from the Steady Thread, and this is the Garland Tree Advent Calendar. And started with like the frame. There's supposed to be like a little, I still have the pot to do at the bottom, or the tree holder at the bottom, but oh, my daughter turned this down. But each day we get 1 or 2 of these little baubles, and they're all done in Blackwork. So I have some that are gold, some that are like yellow, some that are red. I've tried blue, I've tried green. I think I need a brighter blue. But I like them because this is like a project I can do every day. And I didn't buy any fancy advent calendars for myself this year, but it gives me 10 minutes after work to just sit down, and I'm like, let's see if I can get one up closer. Sit down and just do a quick Blackwork. Takes about 10 minutes to do one. And at the end of the year, I'll have like a full tree. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do for Advent, for Christmas. As I've mentioned before, I don't truly celebrate Christmas. I tend to do the Yule, but I don't have any real decorations or anything for Yule. I don't have anything decorated. I don't even have my my altar up yet. I did bring down the table where the altar will be. I just need to move everything around. But I'm hoping to have this up for next year. I want to put it in a hoop, like a circular hoop with like Christmas stuff around it. Maybe I'll actually fully finish something. But yeah, this is the Steady Thread 2023 Garland Tree Blackwork stitch along. That's up to day 10. The next one goes along with my earlier rant, and this is my tile 1. I've only signed up for one, but this is tile 1 for Threads of Diaspora. Is it diaspora? Diaspora, sorry. Again, I don't hear this word very often, so I don't really know what it is. So, Threads of Diaspora. And this is a project that is going on out of Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And you sign up, maybe I'll put the link below. You sign up and you request a pattern. And the pattern has to be done on 11 count white Aida. It's about 4 inches, 5 inches. And then they want 10 boxes, or I don't know what they call it, rose boxes around. And when I'm done, now that I'm done, I will put this in an envelope and I will mail it back to Edmonton. And they will, I think it's going to be a big quilt. So like people all over the world are doing it. It was supposed to be done with number 8 pearl cotton, but I had a hard time finding number 8 pearl cotton locally, and I didn't want to wait too long. So I reached out to them, and they said we could substitute regular DMC, 2 strands of regular DMC. So yeah, I like the way it feels. And I generally don't enjoy stitching on Aida, but I was able to stitch this in hand. It took me 4 nights, so each one of these took me about an hour. I don't track by the number of stitches, I track by time. So this took me 4 hours to do over 4 days, and I did it stitching in hand. And this is also my Stitchy Kindness that I got in the mail for the month. I got this from Michelle from Chinook Crafter because she was able to get some, and my Michaels unfortunately was sold out. When I say a lot. My Michaels was sold out when I went to go get some 18 count or 11 count Aida, and she did her too, and then she had some left over, so she just sent me some. So I just did one. I'm thinking if I can get back to Michael's sometime this week, if they still have it in Michael's, I'll pick up a little bit more and do maybe 2 more of these, because they're a quick stitch. They're very, like, a good repeating pattern, most of them. Different repeating patterns. Everybody has a different pattern. This is pattern number 14. And it's not like I don't have a crap ton of DMC that I can use. So I'd like to do a little bit more. I know it's not really the same as marching or can put it, I don't know. It's not as active as doing some of the other things that I'm doing, but it feels like I'm doing something. So I gotta keep, I want to keep doing it. So yeah, that's my number 1. This month I'm super struggling to touch all of, I talk so slowly. This is driving me nuts. This is the part of my brain that I'm wondering if if I do have autism or something, other neurodivergency, because I have a really hard time having a conversation at all. I pause, I talk really, really fast, and then talk really, really slow. And like that, and that my difficulty really making friends and connecting with people, I'm starting to wonder. Like really, I'm starting to wonder. But the whole speed up, slow down thing is getting to my brain completely. And this is like the 3rd time I've done this takes, so everybody gets the rants because I'm just not going to do it again. Okay, I've only touched 3 of my whips, my ongoing whips, and because we just passed, I think it goes this way, we just passed the end of November. So I've been working slowly on my Galaxy, and I'm working, this is December here, or no, November. So yeah, this is November, and as you can tell, it's yellows and greens. Usually at this time of year, we would be seeing more of these like blues and purples, the really cold colors, but it's been -1, -2. It really hasn't been cold. Like, you see, this was March, I think. Where does this one start? Yeah, this is like January. You see, like January and February, very cold. That's usually where we would be mid-December, like -20, -30. And yet we're not seeing that. It's just, we had a little blip. There's like a little blip there where it was kind of cold, but it's been really kind of warm. And so, like, it's yellow still, like not even -5. We've had snow, but it didn't stick. There's no snow on the ground here yet. And it looks like it's going to be a green Christmas. So I'm just finishing up. It should be down to about here. Like, so I'm about halfway. This is about to the 15th of November. And then it should continue up and end right about here. So December will come up and around. And then I'm going to decide what I want to put in here. If it's just going to be, am I just going to write Saskatoon? Am I going to put, sorry, it just keeps bumping, the coordinates, where we live? Am I going to, like, put an image in here? I don't know yet. Originally, I had written Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and then 2023, but I ripped it out. I don't know why. I think I had to move, like, before I started, I had to move it so that when I framed it, I'd have enough to frame it. And again, when this is done, I'm going to put it in a hoop because it's round. And I'm going to hopefully put it up over here because I'd like to put some stuff on this wall because this is my office. And when I work from home, this is what I see. So I'd like to see a little bit more of the things that I love. And that's usually my needlework. I don't have it really around the house because the kid keeps knocking it down. She knocked down her sister's baby. Like, I had done, was it the Angel of Light? I'll put up a picture. I think I had taken a picture of it a few episodes ago. But it was a lavender and lace picture. I had done one for her older brother and one for her older sister. And she just, my Stephanie, the younger daughter, decided she was going to do a handstand in the hallway upstairs, and her foot banged into it and it fell and shattered the glass. So I have two of my lavender and lace projects. The other one is the Blue Moon that broke, that I need to take in and reglass and check the framing because they fell off the wall. The next one that I did a little bit of stitching on last night was my little brown bat. I kind of had hoped to get further on him, but after work and kids and dishes and housework when I get home, I really haven't been putting in a lot of stitching time lately. So pretty much I finished the gray that is in between his wing here, like the pattern. See if you can see. I don't know where the camera is. Over here. So I did the gray and this little hooky thing. I think it's supposed to be his finger. Right here. And then I finished this little tree and I've started on the little cabin that's back here. And I like to do a little bit more on this, but I'm all over the place right now. So I have so many things that I want to get done, and I haven't finished anything this year at all. I have this one, I have the Blackwork one that I'm working on, stitch along, the temperature sal, and then my last sal, or stitch along. I put about 200 stitches in this. I started this pattern came, is this the right, yeah, this is right way up. The pattern came out November the 15th, and I just managed to start about, it took me until the end of November to even start. So this is her tail. Her tail is done in like yellows. I was hoping for a few more oranges, but that might be a little further up. So she's going this way. So she'll come up. This is the tail, it'll come up, the flowers and everything will be here. And I'm really enjoying this. It's on a 32 count, I think. Yeah, 32 count or 30. I'll have to check. I was pretty sure it was 32 count, but then my brain says it might be a 36. But this is the Fiberlicious Yummy Fiber Co. Singing in the Rain. That was the called for. I got it from them when I signed up for the Stitch Along. So I've done, you can see the other mermaids, spring and summer are pretty much done. I need to get the Krynex, I need to get the beads, so they won't be finished anytime soon because getting a hold of those has been really hard. So we have this one, and in 5 days, the last pattern, our winter mermaid, will come out. And I don't think I'm going to get this done by the end of the year. Pretty sure I'm not, because I'd like to put, I think I'm going to put a few more hours on her tonight. Or the bat. I don't know. So those are all the stitching projects that I've worked on. That means I haven't touched Kid Mil Felche. I haven't touched Variant of Interest. I haven't touched Aquabella. Haven't touched Sea Witch. And I haven't touched the Halloween Fairy. So I did spend all weekend last weekend putting all of my patterns into my Notion, like everything that I have that I can stitch. So I have a whole list of things that never stop me from adding more because, and here's my haul. I decided at the last minute last night, I saw a pattern called Silverhoof, and it's by Owl Forest Embroidery, and I think I got the Howl. It is called Silverhoof, and I got the frost version, which is the blues and whites. And I really I saw it on, I think it was Cross Stitch Bunny. I think that was the channel I saw it on, and I was like, I gotta get that. And so I'll put a picture of what it looks like here. And then I went through the rest of the catalog. I have quite a few that are by Owl Forest Embroidery that were their freebies, and I haven't stitched any of them yet, but I've seen a whole bunch that are really cute. And then I picked up, I think it's October Blaze. It's see what I mean? I can't talk. It's kind of like a mandala. It's red sugar maple leaves, you know. It's a square. I can talk. I really can. Oh my god. Okay. It's got maple leaves, and it's oranges and reds, and just my thing. Leaves, frost, snowflakes, nature shit. And then they have one called Fluffy Cats, which had a whole bunch of different cats. Again, I'll show you here. And I think I have a fabric I can use for the Fluffy Cats. So I think I'm going to look through my stuff. I think I might be able to use the medium treasure that I have, that I was going to use for my mermaid, but that not this mermaid, but the Aquabella. I have a piece of darkish blue. So yeah, I wasn't really expecting to buy it, but that one was one of the wintry things that wasn't looked like Christmas barfed all over it. It was winter, and I like the winter thing more than the Christmas thing. So, plans. I want to at least finish the Autumn Mermaid and November. I want to mail out my trees and try and get a second one. I have ordered all the things for my partner for this Stitch It Up, the Kit It Up swap. So when that comes, I'm gonna have to see if I have any available financial room to like add more stuff to it. But I got all the called for, as I didn't have any of the any of the pattern or anything in my stash. I don't really think I'm going to be having time with the Christmas stuff, and at the last minute we were asked to come to Edmonton again for Christmas, so that kind of wasn't what I was expecting to do at Christmas this year. I was expecting to, because I have to work, I was expecting to just stay home, maybe go over to my father-in-law's, and that was about it. And now kind of having to like get a boarding room for the dog, but this whole thing going to Edmonton now throws my budget out of whack, and that's gonna be difficult. But my older daughter Paige, from the last video, she and I are hoping to take a trip together. Instead of buying Christmas presents for each other, we want to go take a trip to maybe St. John's, Newfoundland, because neither of us have been to the Maritimes, and I think it would be kind of neat. Might see a whale in the ocean. Might see the ocean. Still aiming for the ocean here. But because we're going to Edmonton and everything's just nutty busy, I'm not expecting to do another floss tube before Christmas. I might do one when we come home. I still have to get the pattern and the material for Time Flies, I think it's called. The modern folk embroidery one that I want to start. And the temperature stitch along for 2024, which I wanted to do the moon phases from Climbing Goat. But I think other than that, I want to start stitching some of the things that some of the 100 patterns that I actually have. I want to try stitching something small, because I haven't done a lot of smalls, and I'd like to finish something. And since I do quite a few larger projects, I would like to finish some stuff. So if I did smaller things, I might finish things. I want to try doing a fully finish next year. For my 10-year anniversary from work, I got an iPad Air, which was a shock because I thought I was going to get a watch, and I was like, I don't need a watch. But yeah, they gave me an iPad, and I've wanted an iPad for a little while. I used to have the iPad mini, like the little one, but my now 6-year-old dropped it and it broke. And so I didn't replace it. But I'm kind of like, I want to get one of the Apple pencil pen. I want to try maybe designing some stuff of my own. I don't really have a huge amount of ideas what I design, but I'd like to try and design something of my own. Other than that, I've babbled long enough, and when I edit this, I'm going to cringe so hard because I've been so cringy. And I say "and" a lot, and I say a lot, and I don't have good elocution. I'm pretty sure I have pretty bad grammar today. It's just not feeling like a good grammar day. So I'm gonna end this here. And if anyone watches, it would be nice to know if anyone watches, and if anyone sees value in me continuing this, or if I'm doing it, if I'm talking to the wall, really. Because I'm starting to feel pretty bad about it. And with that, I'm going to say goodbye. And I'll see you next time.